and they're going to remain to be sick. And they say, is there somebody can help me? I mean, when Jesus was on the earth, he went around healing the sick. But where are the Christians today? Well, they don't know anything about healing the sick. They can't even heal their own body, so how can they heal anybody else? Because we've not really understood these things. So tonight, I'm just trying to follow what the Father is saying. I don't have any notes. This is not a sermon. This is simply trying to help you to understand who you are, because this is very important. So, the Lord said to Abram, I'm going to give you the land of Canaan. He said to Moses, I want you to go back to Egypt, where you came from, because that's where he was raised, and I want you to release the children of Israel. Set them free, because I'm going to call them out of that country, and I'm going to take them to the promised land. That's what I'm going to do. The promised land. I want to tell you, God's program for you and I is exactly the same. The first thing he wants to do for you is set you free. You say, but, you know, we're not living in Russia, or we're not living in Iraq, or, you know, one of these crazy places where things are all all messed up. No. What does it mean to be free? What is it that can bind us? Your own ignorance can bind you. That can put you into a prison. Doctrines can bind you. I would like to know how many people that have come to me with that famous question from the Bible. Have I committed the unpardonable sin? Oh, I've had so many people come and say, my pastor tells me I have committed the unpardonable sin and I cannot be saved. I said, well, your pastor doesn't know very much. That is not true. There is no sin that is unpardonable. Why? Well, because, first of all, God said to Israel, as far as the east is from the west, I have removed your transgressions from you. The new covenant in Hebrews chapter 8, what did he say? He said, my laws, I'm going to give you a new covenant, not the old covenant, which was the covenant of law, which nobody could keep. He said, now, this is the new covenant. I'm going to write that law in your heart. The heart is not the pump that pumps your blood around your body. God is talking about the center of your being, out of which your life actually flows. He said, I'm going to write my laws in that part of your being, out of which you actually live your life. That is your heart. And if God writes his laws in there, then you can keep it. Oh, but that's not all. You see, when Jesus Christ was on this earth, he lived here for 33 and a half years. And you know, he never broke the law. He fulfilled the law. Jesus Christ fulfilled the law. Your identity is Christ, isn't it? Your identity is Christ. Your identity is Christ. Is that not right? That's your true identity. That's who you are. You are spirit, not just a body. You are spirit. That spirit is Christ. And that Christ has never broken the law. Let me tell you, you have never sinned. You have never sinned. Why? Did Christ ever sin? No. But that's who you are. Come on. Is this so strange? I know when you first hear these things, you think, oh my goodness, this cannot be true. It is true. Christ never sinned. And that's who you are. You were created as spirit, and that spirit is Christ. This is Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 10, when the Apostle Paul says you are God's workmanship. That's your body. Your body was not created, your body was formed in your mother's womb. If you want to read about it, read Psalm 139, and it will tell you how God brought the parts of your being together when there was nothing in the womb at all. It was God that brought those parts together. You are not some biological experiment. I've heard people say this. Oh, we're just, this is a biological kind of experiment when an egg and a sperm comes together. No, sir. God formed your body. But you already existed before your body was formed. Your life did not begin when you were born into this world. Your life began back in creation, when God said, let us make man. That was you. You are in that man. He says, this is Ephesians 2 verse 10, he says, you are God's workmanship, that's your body, but you were created in Christ Jesus. Why? Because you're spirit. No spirit has been born on this earth. That spirit is the Son of God. That spirit is the Son of God that's in you. You are a son of God. You see? That's the Christ that's in you. Christ is in every man. Going back to Psalm 24 verse 1, the earth is the Lord. He said everything in the earth belongs to the Lord. What's in the earth? There's gold, there's silver, there's diamonds, there's rubies, there's all sorts of precious stones, there's oil, there's coal, etc., etc., etc. And it all belongs to the King, Jesus Christ. He owns it all. But then the last part of that verse in Psalm 24 says, 6.5 billion people on this earth today, every one of them belongs to the King, Jesus Christ. You see? Now you're looking at me now. Say, this guy's really off the rails now. You tell me that everybody on this earth is a Christian? I never said that. Did I say that? I never said that. What did I say? I said 6.5 billion people on this earth belong to the Lord. Why? Because they were created by God. That's why. There's only one Father in the universe.